Catch me when you can. Catch me when you can. This is Brother High Tim coming at you live and direct. We made it through our 3-day no water. You can still hear it in my voice coming off it. Man, we about to go on and celebrate and bust open one of these. And we're going to really be able to do the water song, man. I am hyped. I am hyped. The message just went out, so I'm gonna let some of the family catch up with us. I think the Cavs lost last night. You know, I don't keep up with that type of stuff, but you know, I'm seeing the memes on Facebook, and obviously some people out there hurt. You know what I'm saying? And it's kind of good that the series is not going a full 7, right? So now some of y'all can take some of your mental energy and possibly focus it somewhere else, right? We got the Kappa trip coming up. Masilo, I'm hoping to see you over there today because we're going to need some serious help. It's getting crazy. It's getting crazy trying to get everything together. And then on top of that, I got this workshop out of town that I wasn't aware of until I was aware of it, but the dates and stuff. I got to get me a centralized calendar. See, this is why we got to organize, because I got 3 different calendars and I'm not linking them all together so I can see what's going on. So I'm gonna be out of town and I won't be up there till Thursday morning. I'm gonna try to get up there early. So I'm gonna get up and do my show. Oh my God, I said Thursday. Alright, so I got those push-ups. I'm kind of wore out right now, but I owe y'all push-ups. But I won't be up there till early Ujima. I'm gonna try to get up there as early as I can, get up and do the show, and get up there and meet with y'all. So around breakfast, well, y'all gonna be eating breakfast. I'm gonna be drinking juice. Man, I'm looking forward to getting back on that juice, family. Oh my God, you know what I'm saying? So, but right now we get to celebrate and have the water. Shouts out to Miss CeeLo. Okay, so we gonna go and get started because nobody else, I don't know what's going on, but the black signal went out. We got Per Ankh tomorrow. Brother Taiwan gonna be speaking, so I'm gonna take a sip of water before we even start the show so I can kind of get my vocal cords together. When and where do you do these push-ups? I do them wherever I can. Actually, if I wasn't pinned up in there with all these devices, I drop and do the push-ups now. I've never seen. Oh my God, here we go. I got witnesses. As a matter of fact, if you come over to the meeting today, just remind me, I'll knock them out. How about that? I got them. This water good. Lord have mercy.
Water's healthy, that's why it's good.
You said water's healthy? Yes, it is. Well, it depends on the water. Because certain types of water out there right now that'll kill you. And like I said, I am just saying, no, you're not. Nah, that's accusation. I got witnesses. Come on to the meeting. And I knock some out. But you know, but hey family, we about to get it going. But hold on, before we do all that, I need to let you know you are now rocking with the best. This is Gye-Nyame Journey Media. Well damn, where all the sound coming from then?
The speaker.
No, it's not. Oh, that must be my phone. This is Gye-Nyame Journey Media. This is a Heart of December Productions. And of course, you know we are on the Daily Toast. We strive. Thank you, Miss Sasha. Just have to take that sip before the song. breath and drink your water. Take your breath and drink your water. Take your breath and drink your water. Take your breath. Drink, 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 drink. Drink, 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 drink. Then lift your glass and drink some water. Lift your glass and drink some water. Lift your glass and drink some water. Lift your glass. Drink, 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 drink. Drink, 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 drink. Move your body, drink some water. Move your body, drink some water. Move your body, drink some water. Move your body. Drink, 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 drink. Drink, 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 drink. Now raise your glass and touch your ancestors. Now raise your glass and touch your ancestors. Now raise your glass and touch your ancestors. Now raise your glass. Drink, 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 drink. Drink, 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 drink. First, take your breath and drink some water. Lift your glass and drink some water. Move your body, drink some water. Raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Drink, 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 drink. Let's try it again. Here we go. Breathe, drink, move, lift. Hold on. Take your breath. Lift your glass. Move your body. Toast your ancestors. Drink, 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 drink. Lift your glass. Lift your glass. Lift your glass. Raise your glass. Raise your glass. Raise your glass. Drink, drink, drink. 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 Take your breath and drink some water. Lift your glass and drink some water. Move your body, drink some water. Raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Drink, 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 drink. Drink, 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 drink. Man, family, it's good to see you. I see Mr. Lamont out there. I ain't seen you in a while, young brother. How's everything going? Are you moving towards fulfilling your goal of being a doctor? Because I remember when you was younger, you told us you was going to be a doctor, right? So I'm looking forward to seeing what you have become. So go and hit a brother up, let him know. We got our camping trip coming up, family. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a struggle, but we're going to do it. See, because the major obstacle for us right now is one, territory and transportation. Right? We don't own no territory yet. Digitally, we do. Right? But the digital aspect does not allow us to come together in the fashion that we need to come together to truly nation build. We can share ideas over this right here. But having actual land, where we can have actual fire, where we can have actual training going on, where we can have actual face-to-face discussions going on, we do not have that as of yet, right? We're working on it. And maybe some members of our community do have that, and they will be willing to share it with the fam, right? But we gotta reach out and we gotta let people know what our needs are. You know what I'm saying? So one of the things that, like I said, this is why in the libations I added the part. My fault. I want to let y'all know that the lines will be open. I should have said that. You know what I'm saying? If people want to call in, we can open the lines. So let me go on and work on that part right there. But we need that space. But also, another major issue with a lot of programs like mine, or I ain't gonna say mine, like ours, is transportation. Transportation is always a major issue, right? Regardless of whether we talking about getting kids, getting young people to Simba or whatever, transportation has always been a major obstacle, right? You can have the best laid plan, but if you can't get there, you can't actuate. You can't bring it to reality. You know what I'm saying? So the fact of the matter is that one of the major things that be really messing up a lot of our pieces is the transportation. Especially when you're dealing with young people. With adults, like if I was having an adult gathering, I wouldn't even be concerned about it. I just give y'all the directions on how to get there, blah blah blah. Y'all get there, right? But we got people who barely could get the kids to the drop-off location. You know what I'm saying? So, or at least they act like that, right? And so transportation is a major piece. So one of the pieces we're gonna have to do, we're gonna have to get us a large, either 15 passenger van or a multiple person transport vehicle. You know what I'm saying? That we can always have access to, so that when it's time for us to move, we can move, and it's good for traveling between here. I mean, at least can make it to Atlanta. At least between Atlanta, Chicago. You know what I'm saying? We need to be able to have a tour bus. Let's put it that way, a tour bus. We can take the toast on the road, right? Because that's a major aspect of it. Now, another piece I wanted to talk about was that one of the things that I'm picking up from my studies of our ancient cultures. One of the things we used to be able to do was there was ways that we used to be able to take care of the elders, right? Because the elders represent the wisdom of the community. But as long as the wisdom of the community, really, as long as major parts of our community are dependent on external circumstances, external people, we could never totally have their total buy-in into anything. That means all of us are subject to sell out. All of us, right? Because we are beholden to outside circumstances, right? Part of self-mastery, when you learn the definition of self is the absolute, complete, and perfect aspect of a being that is not subject to external circumstances, basically, right? So, if I wanted to be, in a sense, a person in control, a man in control, one of the major pieces that I would have to deal with would be, where is my economic resources coming from? If I am the man, right? If I'm the man, if I'm that dude, right? The key piece that I have to answer, the key thing that I have to deal with is, where am I receiving my resources from? My economic resources, the Ujamaa aspect of my life. Where is that coming from? Right? We want our elders to be a certain way. We have to be a certain way with our elders. We want our nation builders to be a certain way. We have to be a certain way with our nation builders. So it's like, while we're building, we need to be able to build within whatever we're building a full-time position for individuals that are involved with it. Why? Because then they are totally loyal to making sure that this thing floats. Why? Because they are responsible to the village. They're responsible to the tribe. Very important. Very important. Right? Eldership, one of the reasons that you could always rely on the elders was because the elders never really had to pay for anything. You know what I'm saying? When the young people went out to the field and they brought stuff back, they brought stuff back for the elders. When they went out and they hunted, they would bring meat back for the elders. If you was a shoemaker, you made the elders' shoes. If you made the cloth for the clothes, you made the elders their clothes. So the elders, you never had to worry about the elders selling out. Why would they sell out? They got everything that they need. Right now, you know what I'm saying? You look at the situation that a lot of our elders in. Hell, come on now. Come on now. You look at some of the situations some of our elders in. Their whole retirement is in other people's hands. Any given time, their whole retirement could be wiped out. A push of a button, right? And they wouldn't be able to turn to the tribe or turn to the community for anything. And the only this is what fucked up about us. We say, well, you should have been hustling. You should have been grinding. I mean, we say this to our young. We say, you know what I'm saying? And we don't take any historical perspective. And I'm guilty of this shit too. We don't take any historical perspective about where any of our people are. We just be like, you didn't do A, B, and C. And all of us know people who did A, B, and C, and the shit still didn't work out for them. They did everything they were supposed to do, and the shit still didn't work out for them. So there's something else going on, family. There's something else going on. And we got people living in fantasy worlds talking about, you know what I'm saying, what we got as a people. And I keep on bringing up, people be talking about how we don't give. I mean, the bottom line is we don't have it to give. And I know some of y'all gonna get mad, you know, people are addicted to those cigarettes. People are addicted to the weed. That's called medication. They're self-medicating, right? The only thing that they have is those damn expensive shoes and those expensive ass purses and shit. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we're trapped in a survival cycle. You know what I'm saying? Soon as I get my check, Mr. Rent Man or Mr. Mortgage Man is waiting. Soon as I get my second check, electric bill is waiting. Gas bill is waiting. See, what we don't understand is, because we're doing business, right? Because there's plenty of us out here. See, there's no shortage of the businesses that we have. But we're not focused on the real businesses. The real business that we need to focus on is the businesses that provide staples. Every check, you got to go buy some food. Food is a staple. There is no survival without food. You got to pay the water bill, because if you don't have water, you can't clean your body, and you may not have nothing to drink. Staple. Right? You know what I'm saying? You got to have some type of current running through your house, electricity or something. Staple. Gas. Staple. You know what I'm saying? They call them staples because they hold up the culture. They hold up what people stand for. They hold up your lifestyle. That's why it's called a staple. Real estate, staple. You need it. Shit, every last one of us need a place to live. But as a community, and we don't look and say, well, damn, why don't we own an electric company? Why don't we own gas companies? Why don't we, you know what I'm saying? We're concerned about motherfuckers buying tennis shoes. And we're condemning them for buying tennis shoes. But what the fuck else can they buy? In the society. Right now, we're cashed out of everything. You can't buy a power plant now. You know the time for us to have been getting involved with dealing with power plants and shit? Back in the 1800s. And guess what was happening in the 1800s? You weren't allowed to do shit. Early 1900s, you weren't allowed to do shit. But yet we'll turn around and be like, y'all trifling people, we going out buying hair, we buying this, blah, blah, blah. And I've been guilty of that shit too. But then when I look at the historical perspective, we can't buy shit else but hair. Everything else has been taken away from me. Every other opportunity has been taken away from me. I see people around me going to college every day and coming and jobless like me, struggling like me. They did everything that the elders told them to do. They did everything that the society laid out for them to do, and they still don't have family. Please. Please. So when we're coming down on each other, and we're looking at each other, and we want to judge each other, let's keep it real. Let's do some historical perspective here. Do you not understand that you were not allowed to compete? And when I say you, I'm talking about the ancestors that we pour for. All these ancestors on this list that I'm talking about, we pouring for, right? I had an issue with my dad for a long time until I really started looking at the historical perspective that my dad was up against. And his dad was up against. And his dad was up against. Can you imagine being a man and everywhere you go, motherfuckers is treating you like a motherfucking boy? Can you understand that shit? Can you understand it? Can you understand not wanting to go to a regular job because you don't get no goddamn respect, so you go get it out in the streets? Can you understand that? And we sit up here and we condemn people for shit that is not within their control. Why the fuck am I wrong for wanting to be treated like a man at a place of employment? Why? And we get upset. We get angry with people. Oh, you're not trying hard enough. Oh, see, if you wouldn't have dropped out of high school, if you wouldn't have dropped out of college, if you didn't get pregnant at 16, we're condemning our own people for shit that's not their fault. Yeah, some of the choices was bad. Yeah, I agree. But the historical backdrop is everything. It's everything. We dealing with people with absolutely no inheritance. When my dad died, there was no transfer of wealth. When my grandfather died, there was no transfer of wealth. When my grandmother died, there was no transfer of wealth. When my other grandmother died, there was no transfer of wealth. And that wasn't because they wasn't working hard. That's because the system ate up everything that they had. Everything. And it puts us in a mindset where I might as well go and live my life and not worry about, you know what I'm saying? My dad told me years ago, he said, man, listen, I'm going to live my life and I'm going to let the state bury me. I don't, shit. I mean, I'm just going to live my life. And this is the mind state. This is the mind state that you get lulled in, because it's like, boom, you can't beat it. And every month, is certain things that repeat for us. Rent, food, utilities. Youthful things, right? We have to pay for. We arguing at people about shoes and clothes and blah, blah, blah. These are extras. And they're small extras because you don't have the money to invest in those things that are staples. And as a people, we have to determine what is going to become a staple. What is something that we can provide, that we can create as a group, that we will only buy from us. No outside, you know what I'm saying? No outside people can get involved with this. If they are not DOS like us, right? Descendants of slaves, if they are not homegrown black folks out of America, they cannot sell this. They could purchase it, but they cannot participate in that economy. Something that only we control. That's what we got to get. That's what the mind state is. See, because we come up with all these, because the cell phone is kind of essential right now. But if I was to lose my cell phone, I'm cool. Right? But I can't lose my electric. My kids ain't gonna, oh, hell no. My kids will be okay with me not having a phone. But they won't be okay with coming home and there's no electric and there's no gas. There's no rice. Right? There's no rice. You gotta understand, man, family. It's like, you know what I'm saying? We're arguing over the wrong things. We're looking at the wrong things, right? Because it's staples that hold society together, not the little trinkets, not the little extras. That little extras don't hold shit together, right? It's the staples. All right, so let me go and finish we got to finish our mind. Let's finish this water because I got to do the toast. But when I think about it, I can't toast with anything else but water, so I don't have to finish the water. I could do the toast with the water and then finish the water, right? All right, but hey, let me show y'all what I'm working on now. So, it took a while, but the new tea that I was using finally allowed me to get some ambrosia. All right, so the tea is a little bit more expensive, right? So this is an experiment, right? I got some chrysanthemum tea and some chrysanthemums, and it's half tea, half the ambrosia, sitting up in here with the flowers at the top. Y'all see that? Look at that. Nice, pretty yellow. Yeah, nice piss color. I know some of y'all out there talking shit. Not yet, that nice piss color. There it go right there, right? Look at that. Look at that. And got the flowers floating up and down. You got the ambrosia at the bottom forming. Oh my God. And I'm just waiting. I can't wait to sample because I wasn't going to let all these pretty flowers go to waste and I try to make some ambrosia with it. Now, with me upgrading the tea, family, I had to upgrade the cost because the tea, I mean, it ain't super expensive, but it produces a better quality brew. And it's a little bit more stable, so it'll take a little bit longer for it to break down, right? You know what I'm saying? All right, and let me see what other one. Here's the what the original look like. The original now. You can see it forming. Nice dark piss color, right? Look at that. My jar is kind of, but that's a lot of that shit is going on the inside. You can see if the light was better, y'all can see the little bubbles forming. This is the unfiltered. I don't filter mine. And I can't wait to get a taste of this. Because this is that new tea. So this new tea produces more caffeine. It has more nutritional value than the regular green tea I was using. Because you got different qualities of green tea. And then what was more interesting about the tea, when you start getting into the tea, you start finding out that a major part of some of the processes with the tea is the fermentation process. They even ferment tea. Tea, a staple. Damn, think about that. A staple. Honey, a staple. So, we got that. I got Brother Kojo trying to call me right now. I'll call Brother Kojo back. So we're about to do our toast, and we added now. One of the reasons that we added another piece to the toast, we added where special concerns for you. I want you to start focusing some of this energy, some of this libation energy, some of this toasting energy. I want you to focus it on you. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like one of my elders said, you need to be a little bit selfish with your prayers sometimes. All right? I want you to be a little bit selfish with your prayers sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Every now and then, because we praying for everybody, we saluting our ancestors. Now I want you to take some of this energy and I want you to include it into your life, into some of the things that you need. And then if you want to spread it out to other folks, that's on you. How you take that private moment, that special moment that we have with the toast, where you could dedicate it towards your life. If you want to spread it out, that's how you do it, family. You know what I'm saying? Because now we're moving into year 2. We're beyond year 2. We are in the 6th month of the 2nd year. We've been doing this. We have done this for over 18 months straight. Every day. Every day. Consistency. Right? Now, I could be a lot of things. I could be a whole, but inconsistent is not one of them. Right? 18 months. And long before this, y'all go on the Spreaker. Check my Spreaker roll. I've been doing shit like this for a long time. So inconsistency is not in me. Now, there's a lot of other shit that's in me. Right? I am my father's son. Yes, there's a lot of shit in me. Right? But one of them is not inconsistency. Right? So family, what we want to do. First, let's identify the day. We are on Kuunba. Man, family, I'm almost through my 2nd week. We are on Kuunba. We are entering the time of creativity. The mnemonic principle of the day is order. The color is orange. The Hermetic law, which is a powerful one that a lot of people like to use, is cause and effect. For every cause, there's an effect. And for every effect, there's a cause.
Is today creativity?
Yep, today is creativity. Yes, it is. Oh, you wanted to show them?
Yeah.
All right. Oh, good morning, Miss Amatu. Miss Gina wanted me to show y'all one of the badges we give today. So, for the M7, today will be creativity, and for this day, or for we have a month in the school year. We break the school months into 7 periods, and each period has a principle. And Gina won one, or she earned the creativity badge, right? And she wanted y'all to see the badge that we give out at the school. So I'm not playing here. Now the color is off. But hell, I got to get what I could get, right? I got to get what I could get, right? So I wanted the system to kind of line up with the Nguzo Saba, and I got it as close as I possibly could, family. And like I said, that's how we work it. And on the back, you got creativity. Every month they get something like this for those that practice the principle.
Can I read
This is at Millennium Community School. Oh, Gina want to read it to you. You got to read loud. Well, I don't know. I ain't going to get you on here with your hair like that because your mama's going to kill me. All right. So read out loud. Go ahead.
Millennium Community School Rocket. Creativity is finding exciting ways to solve those problems.
Finding exciting ways to solve tough. Say it. Tough. Try it again.
Creativity is finding exciting ways to solve tough problems.
Tough problems. That's right. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? We're trying to plug our young people into the principal system, right? The principal system is in a sense a staple. Check it out. A staple of the community, right? Now, so you have those spiritual, those idyllic staples that help hold stuff together, but then you also have economic staples. And economic staples was removed from us. Part of the process was removing the economic staples that hold ours together, and we were used basically as the staples to hold other people's shit together, right? Black folks are staples in other people's stuff. This is why they had to come in and burn down our shit. This is why they had to take, because I want y'all to understand this, the whole lottery system that we look up, when you look up, you know they took that from you. Y'all do understand that. Let me tell you how far back lottery go, right? I think it was Denmark Vesey, right? We had people on slave plantations running numbers. This is how cold. See, I want y'all to understand how cold our people. We were running numbers on the slave plantations to such an effect that people would win enough money playing the numbers. Think about this. To buy their freedom. Either it was Denmark Vesey or Gabriel Prosser. I don't remember which one. But one of them hit the number and bought their freedom before they hatched their insurrection. So this whole lottery thing, when they took this shit over in the 70s, they took it from us. That's what the whole movie Hoodlum was about, right? Y'all remember the movie Hoodlum? It's about, you know, the number piece, right? You know what I'm saying? And instead of numbers, they gave you heroin. They gave us cocaine. They gave us other shit, right? But they made the numbers legal because for a long time, brothers was going to jail for running numbers, right? Numbers was a staple. But they took it now as a state thing, and the state is able to be financed. As Dr. King said, we weren't given an economic floor on which to stand like the other immigrants to America. Land grants, farm reviewers, and subsidies, right? And as a matter of fact, what we have to understand, and this is where we get it, where we might get it twisted. We are the economic floor that was given to immigrants. We are the economic floor that other immigrants stood and still remain standing upon. If you don't believe me, go to any hood's store, go to the bodega, go to the gas stations, go to almost any place of business in our neighborhoods, and when you walk in, more than likely you will see not us, but another group. We are the economic floor that everybody's been given. So when we start doing stuff, this is why people get offended. When we start talking about black, and we, you know, and won't allow them to lump us into one group, this is why people get uncomfortable. Oh, we got to keep it real right now. Somebody calling in. Let's see who this is. Give me a second. Give me a second.
This call is being recorded.
Sound like they traveling. What's going on? Who this?
It's CeeLo.
Who?
CeeLo.
Oh, what's up, CeeLo? You driving?
No.
All right.
No, I'm sitting in my car. But I wanted to say something about what you were talking about, the numbers.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to tell you what. Before they got the lottery in Ohio, and when they announced that there was going to be a lottery, I actually did not know that there wasn't already a lottery. Numbers were so prolific in Youngstown, Ohio, in terms of everybody I knew would play the number every day. They called it the bug or the number. When they said we're getting a lottery in the state of Ohio, I actually said, well, what is going to be done? I did not know that was not legal because it was just so pervasive in my community. I grew up in Youngstown, Ohio, in the inner city.
And that was provide money for many families, and look how many people they unemployed. You know what I'm saying? Once again, that economic floor, right? What they do, they snatch that. You know what I'm saying? We had a good idea. They came in and got it for free. Made it illegal for us and made it legal for them. And are they not doing the same thing with weed?
They're about to do the same thing with weed. They did the same thing with alcohol. They did the same thing with, that's what they do.
So we gotta get
nothing has changed. We just need to change on how we answer to that. You know, we have got, you know, we know that's the game, so we need to figure this out.
We got to build, family. I mean, it's very serious. It's very serious. We in the game, but we don't realize that the stakes of the game is life and death. We thinking we still exchanging tokens. We think that we still exchanging niceties. You know what I'm saying? No. When you lose the game, you die. That's how we got to look at this game. It's that serious. It's not, And it ain't just you. It's all of your generations, family. It's all of us. Is us. You know what I'm saying? And it's like right now, you the fuel that everybody else is playing on. So when you start rising, you're gonna offend everybody. You know what I'm saying? Arabs gonna get upset. Some Latinos gonna get upset. Other ones gonna join with us. But some of them gonna get upset. You know what I'm saying? Gay people gonna get upset. Everybody gonna get upset because you are the floor upon which everybody has been standing upon. And when you stand up and say, hey, whoa. Some of these laws that y'all using was not written for y'all. They was written specifically for us. And we want to keep them specifically for us. Right? And some new shit that need to be written is going to be specifically for us. Not everybody. You know what I'm saying? Excuse me, made a D. We want separate checks for this dinner. You know what I'm saying? Please don't include my bill with people of color bill. I want my own bill. You see what I'm saying? We gotta move up out of all that. That's foolishness. All that is, I mean, it's not working for us. It's not working for us. Cause nobody else is working for us. We gotta work for ourselves. So
we split in the check and we ain't even getting a part of the portion that they're getting.
No, we ain't getting nothing. I mean, we getting pimped. Getting pimped all the way around. You know what I'm saying? We have a pimp-ho relationship with almost everybody in America. And unfortunately, in most cases, we're not pimping. You know what I'm saying? And man, in all of them, we're not pimping. We look good, you know, because, you know, every pimp got to have a good-looking hoe. I mean, you really got to look at every pimp got to have a good-looking. Every pimp need a Beyonce. Every pimp need a Jay-Z. You know what I'm saying? You need one that everybody else can aspire to be like. If I just stay in the game long enough, I'll be the Beyonce. I'll be the Jay-Z. I can do it. Y'all got to understand, man. It's a trap. It's witchcraft. It's white fuckery. You understand what I'm saying? It's not real. It's not real. See, because one of the things that you got to understand, family, is they'll give it to you in your life, but in your end, they're coming back to get it. You don't believe me? Look at Bill. Look at Bill. Think about that. Bill lived the American dream for a long time. At the end of his life, they couldn't even let him die. Now, they had to come back and snatch shit while he was alive, so every last one of us see it. You know,
and look at the number of celebrities that they eventually got on tax evasion. Red Fox. I mean, you know, they did that man just horrible. They came in there and took everything. I mean, was taking stuff off his body, jewelry. Are you kidding me?
Man, hey, you know, but you know what I'm waiting for?
A
lot of y'all gonna get mad at me, but Michael Jordan, family. Listen to me.
Well, you know what? They done already set him up. They done already put the white woman in place. So she's half his age. So she's gonna inherit everything and transfer the wealth right back to the white folks.
Family. Now, but I'm talking about they got to get them. They can't let them leave on top. Wait. Just mark my words. Wait. They're not going. You know,
yeah, well, you know what? He ain't my favorite, so you can say whatever you want to say, right?
He ain't mine either. Some people out there
he's a traitor sellout. That's all he thinks he can do is go find him a white woman and give all his wealth back to her. You freaking kidding me?
So, hey. But now, finishing on Kuunba, if you was born on this day and you are male, the energy or the day name is Kwame. If you're a female, it's Ama. So shouts out to Brother Kwame. Shouts out to Miss Ama. Miss Cynthia Johnson say, Paul Mooney said it when we like something too much, they take it. They got to. They got to. See, but then again, that don't explain Bill Cosby because a lot of us wasn't digging Bill Cosby. Shouts out to Miss Jackson. I see you, Miss Stephanie. Are you getting ready for those finals, girl? Dr. Jackson is in the house. All right. You know what I'm saying? And it ain't, I mean, and it's just a matter of, because you always got to do something to put you in your place. If you watch those slave movies, you'll see random beatings, right? You might not did shit, but every now and then I got to beat you just so that you can understand your place, right? Or I have to.
My mama used to tell us she was gonna beat us for general principle.
For general principle.
Because I know you did something I don't know about.
You know, and it's like, I mean, but it's funny, but we understand the psychology because we came up out of that. You know what I'm saying? We came up out of that because we understand. You have to check a motherfucker on a regular basis, just in case, just in case. So they looking at us and they have to do that to us. So they'll let our celebrities to feel they escape, but then they got to bring them back. See, because family, I mean, and the numbers are shrinking now. See, because I don't know how many more superstars we got coming out of out of our community, family. You know, I don't know how many more. But all right. So we're gonna have that What's going on, CeeLo? You singing? All right, here we go. We got the emotional emancipation circle today, and we're looking at the African-centered cultural virtue and value system, right? So today we're looking at, in Wolof, the cultural virtue is Jop or Job, good character, just, honest, righteous. A kind ethic, strong character. And Yoruba, Titu, endurance. Endurance. All right? So, now we're going to get to the stars of the show. I've been running my mouth long enough. Shouts out to Allende Afrique. Shouts out to Miss Cynthia Jackson. Shouts out to Willie Pinson. Good to see you, Willie. I ain't seen you in a while. Of course, shouts out to Miss CeeLo. Shouts out to Miss Loretta Burrows. Shouts out to Brother Lamont. Let's see. Did I say Cynthia Jackson already? No, Cynthia Johnson. Y'all got to excuse me. I'm looking at things with hungry eyes. I see different things. Right? So here we go. Oh, and also shouts out to Miss Amatu. All right, so we're going to get to the stars of the show. Make sure my glass is full. So right now on this part of my fast, I'm back to just water. So it'll be water today, water tomorrow until maybe about 9 p.m. And then I'll be able to get back on my juices. So you know the first juice I'm going to break it with, right? Just like with the first food I'm going to break it with, it's going to be a fermented food. Because I'm breaking down my body. Purposely, I'm breaking down my body. And I'm going to reintroduce healthy cultures. Think about that, family. We talking about building culture. And one of the things that I'm learning about right now in my brewing is culture. Culture. These little microorganisms are giving me major lessons about culture. I can control the culture within my body. All right? And you can control the culture within your body. So first, giving honor to the Creator by whatever name you choose to call that Creator. We lift up our glass and we toast that Creator. By whatever name you choose to call that Creator, we toast that first ancestor and we say, Ashe. From there, family, we move on to the stars of the show. I need to grab my pretty book. For those that want to make sure that their ancestors are on the list, to get your ancestors on the list, make sure you hit us up at 614-300-1875. Once again, that's 614-300-1875. Y'all got it? Now, you text me. That's a text number. That's not a call number. Text me your ancestors. You can text Daily Toast, hashtag Daily Toast. Then just send me the list. All right? Sending shouts out to Miles Brown, Miss Ann, Robert and Texana Davis, Herman Brown Sr., Rosalie Tilley, Georgia William Walter, Chris and Fanny Gatson, Alina, Uncle Chris, I'm Fiend, Cleveland and Geneva, Brown, Margaret Ellis, Wash Ellis, Cecil Ellis, Alvaro Brown, Gina Gaines, Herman Brown II, Barbara Twiggs, Wash Ellis Jr., Katie Ellis, Nikki Ellis, Jamon Jones, Jeremiah Tappan, John Fallard, Montague Pittman L, Noel X, Pet Mount Ra, Malika Fakur, Dr. Marianne Williams, Kojo Kamal, Elder Farmer, Elder Millie Dixon, Tony Clark, Pastor Yusuf Weston, Elder Ajdi, Elder Ron Coleman, Elder Robert Donaldson, Alfred Brofro, Hector Jr., Jay Edwards, Carlisle Harris, Grace Nundy, Inez Harris, William Bill Moss, Phyllis Rose, Sterling and Lucy Wright, Derek L. Pullian, the Luxter brother, Miss Eda Brooks Crawley, Miss Marie Nelson, Mr. Frederick Crawley Sr., Miss Jerry Brunson, Mr. Alonzo Johnson, Miss Marie McDowell, Janice Foster, Charles Jordan, Kel Smith, Walter Smith, Richard Trigg, Francis Johnson, Mary Franklin, Jimmy Williams, Daniel Ford, George Gibson, Nana Loretta Clark, Inez McCrae, Fritz Clark, Frankie Justice, Katie Justice, Derek Rendelman, Virginia Rogers, Reverend James Smith, Lois Henderson, Calvin Spratling, Mary Elizabeth Walker, Raymond Walker Sr., Sarah Jane Carter, Michael Ford Jr., Kellen D. Russell, Susan B. Smith, Teresa Clay, Melvin Dale Hodge Jr., Herman Copeland, Mildred Copeland, Jenny Clay, Bird Beatty, Sarah Ware, Levita Farmer, Agosa Sue, Shell Harvey, Aunt Charmaine, Aunt Evelyn, Theolis Hasbury, Harvey Hasbury Sr., Leonard Dickinson, T.C. Islam, Terrell Dunbar, Will Thomas, Sarah Berry, Mark Walsh, Merle B. Thornton, Pearl G. Thornton, Miss Ida Johnson, Florence M. Carter, Joanne Thornton, Erica Tricia Lewis, Juanita Wright, Robert Wright, George Wright, Mary Eliza Frederick Davis, Mary Elizabeth Rogers, Mary Esther Keechler Reese, Linda Watson Hammonds, Jarrell Giles Watson, Sparrow, Slimmy, Selvin Lewis, Andrew Holmes, Pearl Moore, Percy Moore Jr., Mildred Owens, Booker T. Bowden, Charlie Hunt, Sammy Stover, Hilda Pearson, Sturgeon Thornton, Richard Thornton, Lavinia Hall, Freeman Bankster, Mary Moss, Ophelia Peacock, Willie Thornton, Napoleon Kennedy, Mark Ramsey, Paul Ramsey, Matt Ramsey, David Ramsey, Charles E. Thornton, Frankie Quails, Urania Thornton, Bernice Quails, Ernestine Jackson, Frankie Johnson, Teresa Mormon, Leon Johnson, Charles Bell, Vivian Ramsey, S.E. Johnson, Delrita Johnson, Leon Johnson, James W.S. Sr., James Parham, Dana Jones, Henry World, James Farmer, Mary Chavez, Leon Grace, Bessie Johnson, Hattie Levester, Mary Moreland, Paul Moreland, Elder Caleb, Rosemary Martinier, Elder Amotet Wellman, Fred Douglas Triggs Sr., Thelma Triggs, Thomas and Lula Berry, Lacey and Eleanor Howe, Franklin Russell Davis, Fred Douglas Triggs II, Vena Triggs, Reverend Eddie Moore, Helen Fuller, Eugene Jackson Sr., Richard Ellis, Silas Alexander, Charles Maxwell, Percy May Alexander, Arthur Reynolds, Stanley Lockhart, Ricky Lockhart, William Lockhart, Woodrow Lockhart, Brenda Porter, Deacon Hargrove, Carla Sawyer, Andrew Parker, Doris Donald, Ellis Murphy. Now to the beautiful book. We got Muriel Ellis, Elizabeth Battles, Jeanette Sanders, Jerry C. Saunders, Roy Pruitt, H.J. Brantley Sr., Henry Wilson, Rufus Jenkins, Minnie Wilson, Catherine Sanders, Baba Naeem, Tim Butler, Ramey Laura Newton, J.B. Foggy, Thomas Newton Sr., John Dewey, and Ruth Beard, Ann Pierce, Donald Carter, Lily Green, Nathan Green, Bet Vaughn, Lud Alls, Elijah Alls, Jerome Alls, Henry West Stanton, Joel Jamel Alls, Miss Vanilla, Alvis Motley, Geraldine Elizabeth, Douglas Thompson, Erlington Houston, Albert Moore, Leroy Q. Heath Sr., Margaret Towns, Mary Williams, Martha Ford Dawson, Big Mama, Nanny Harris, Eva Ford, James Hairston, Mona Ann Lewis, Cornetta Lyman Lewis, John Jackson, William Dallas Lewis, Mary Francis, Chappelle Jackson, Michael Slade, Joanne Perkins, Joanne Perkins, Richard Jackson, Vivian Stevenson, Neely Johnson, Fletcher Swan, Maddie and Charlie Scott, Doretha Ross, Riola Ross, Robert Nelson, Francis Stevenson, Leroy Stokes, Lester and Rachel Saunders, John Bowie, Alex Nixon, Eula and Andrew Baker, Patricia and Edwin Brooks, Gwendolyn and Bob Hatch, Kimball Vernon, Bradley Kim, Janie, Harriet Tubman Cates, Spencer Sturgis, Sally Mae Baker, Ethel Baker, Creola Baker, Geneva Baker, Aaron Nino Baby Hatch, Hatch Sr., Mally Miller, Housie Hatch, Dad Cleveland, Mother Gibson. Alice Arnold, Arthur Arnold, Hattie Reed, Charles Reed, Aunt Becca, Archie Beck, Anna McGill, Charles McDaniel, Christine Cottrell, Lee Irby, Tom Irby, Boyd Irby, Jim Gaucher George, and Haley Johnson, Archie and Margaret Armstead, Donna Hill, Richard Gleavis, Jerry Doyle, Amina Robinson, Mary Nichols, Patricia Williams, Shabaka Toure, Emma McClendon, Dan Wilkinson Sr., Ruth Carter, June Cox, Ruth Cox, Paula Cox, Ronald Irving, Judy Hubbard, Irene Johnson, Francis Booth Jefferson, Stacy Trice, Frank Smith, Mother Bertha, Michael Leonard, David Brown, Hazel Gatson, Jerry Brantley, Brian Watson Jr., Kaniko Parsons, Jason Cathy, Jennifer Sensenbaugh, Ada Pearl, Bob Ingalls, Jack Wallace, Warren M. Finch, Warren P. Finch, Tim Ingalls, Audrey Finch, William Billingsley Jr., Gene Holmes, Dana Jones, Peter Charles, Christy Nichols, Cardinal Robinson, Rosemary Charles, Joe Davis, Timothy Butler, Janice Carter, Michael Carter, Leon Peanut Carter, Margaret Carter, William Carter, Lisa Jordan, Charles Lee Mosley, Charles Wooden, Penny Brown, Roy Lee Printup Jr., Miriam Johnson, Wilbert Longmire, Edith Catney, Eugene Spratling, Calvin Spratling, Phyllis Lee, DeFridas Hines, Inez Bostic, Edna Bostic, Winifred Scantoberry. We lift up our glass for all those ancestors and we say, Ashe. All right, family, from there we move to the present moment. Man, that's our time. What you gonna do with your time? What we gonna do? Right? It's our time. Right now. We define the past. We define the future. What we gonna do with it? It's on you. It's your call. We lift up our glass and we salute this moment. We already talked about what's going on in this moment. Activate those reticular formations. Right now, we are looking and hunting down Kuunba. Where can you find Kuunba in your life and in your community? We lift up our glass and we say Ashe. Now, from there, we move to our future. Our children, our children's children, on to infinity. We lift up our glass and we toast them right now so that they will be a presence of mind to toast us when it's our time to be toasted. And we lift up our glass and we say Ashe. From there, family, we move on. And we go to all of our relations and we lift up our glass and we say Ashe. Right here, family, is a new spot. I'm asking you to take some of this energy and ask the Creator, ask the ancestors for what it is you need in your life, what you need in your community, what you specifically need in order to become a better person. What obstacles do you need some help overcoming? This is your moment right now. This is for you because you've been giving so much to others. Now I'm asking you to take time to give to you. We lift up our glass and we say, Ashe. From there, family, we move on to toast the most powerful being in the room. That's all of y'all. All those that's taking time to remember those in the past. All those that's toasting for the present moment. All those that's toasting for the future generations. This goes out to you. You are the most powerful being in the room. Remember that in every room you walk into, right? They might have more money. They might have on better clothes. But they are not as powerful as you. You know why? Because when you walk in with a slew of ancestors. Right? Because you're raising your glass. Right? You're raising your glass. You're walking in. See, understand that when we call on the ancestors, family, this ain't no game. You're going to start seeing manifestation in your life. Trust me. Trust me. Like right now, I'm going through a hard time. It's a little bit deeper than just me fasting right now. It's some hard news about to hit. Right? And I'm already got my ancestors on it. What's next? What we going to do? How we going to solve this? All right? Now I'm listening. I put it out there in the universe. Now I'm listening. So we lift up our glass and we say, Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Family, I wish you peace, power, and joy on this beautiful day. I got to get ready because I have my meeting. I'm going to be up at the school from 1 to 6 p.m. So if anybody have any questions about the camp trip, we will be up there. We will be having our regular meeting. I'll be able to have a discussion with you, be able to tell you where we're going to meet, be able to tell you everything that you need to know about the camp trip. It's going to be off the hook, but it's going to be a lot of work. We're going to need people helping. And I already know that it's out there in the community, so I'm not even pressed. YouTube, I'm out.